mash the band up and down, but after a while that stops. Well, either they stop doing it because it hurts too much, or it stops hurting. But we were talking about, first of all, just the weight is the compression, right? And then basically I'm just going to bring my whole body forwards or backwards to get the shear, and then doing, so I've moved my body backwards on it, so my tissue is being pulled forwards, and then I'm doing the slow roll.
Yeah.
And I get a lot more out of that. Feels good.
Let your bottom leg relax as much as possible.
Yeah, right.
And I would usually keep people to roll the top portion of it, because that's the slide part.
Even
So this flip turn portion, right up high near the trachea.
yeah, right. Yeah. There's a huge stretch there from that body. Central line.
So the thing that I like about those rollers, and Adam can tell you more about this, is it's more possible to create shear with them. They're not short on compression. Okay, so you sometimes need to prop people up, right? Or cue them to take the weight off with their elbow a little bit, or get them on the wall, right? So they might be doing this kind of thing, where they're leaning on the wall. They're leaning on the wall and then going into a little bit of shear and doing that. Okay, if they're really tender, right? This leg's relaxing, this leg's kind of pushing into the wall. But make sure there's that shear there, right? What I usually do if I'm using this is I'll stop them partway through the session and try and get them to recreate the sensation that I was just giving them in their head, right? And even spend a few minutes cueing them and getting that shear, and they'll either go, oh yeah, where can I get one of those things? Or they'll go, and if they don't get it, then sometimes they're not going to get it. But do it right after you've done one of those, non-dangerous, novel, precise, natural inputs. What else do I say here about that?
There's a lot of little wizardy moves that I can just quickly demo, so you get an idea of how many weird vectors you can actually create with a roller that's small enough and maybe hard enough to do weird sort of, not high-level, hands-on Mark Finch level stuff, but intricate self-body rolling. So some of the subtle things would be not just the shear work that Mark's showing, but even on weird positions. So today when you went into the lateral Rafe?
Yep.
Some of the weird things is through the years of having a body that needs a lot of repair work, a position that I would have created in the past would have been something, like this. I mean, again, I'm a very dense built guy, but I would wedge this thing up in here, and then I would actually do different subtle changes of where the roller is wedged, kind of exactly where that position is.
So can you see what he's doing? He's
And then I would
shearing his lat on his erector spinae and pulling on his leg to create stretch, so there's shear and stretch there.
So I would do this at times, for sure.
But he's got the history of high load, right? Lots of people, that doesn't look comfortable to me. I don't know about you guys.
Something like this, and then maybe even doing some different, experimental movement.
And being a bobsled athlete, that's probably, he's in a lot of deep hip flexion with a lot of high load going through it, so it makes sense from that
So
point.
stuff like that. And then other little subtleties would be, even when we're talking about the adductors, this is a huge thing for, again, something I've noticed with people as well, this one.
Oh yeah, this is cool.
Yeah, so this little guy fits in deep enough that you can, if you get a coffee table or something like this, then you can get into positions where it's almost impossible unless you have a therapist, or this wedge like this, where you can actually get into Magnus, and that, for me, the intermuscular septum in between Magnus and the hamstrings, that's a very crippling thing to have stuck. Would be positions like this, and then there. So in that position, now if we add even more of the shear concepts like this, you can really, really, really feel that. I mean, it's, and again, this was years and years ago where I'd be doing this, and now there's a word to it, as opposed to just
a story.
Yeah, a scientific method, right? So those would be some cool little subtle things that are very unique. And then the subtlety with the actual roller is the grip property to it is why you can do those things, but it doesn't break down. So I think that's where it really is different. It's hard enough, but the foam's durable enough that you could do like a couple years of work and you have a dependable therapist. So you basically suddenly have a relationship with this little guy. And you know, for my body and the amount of times it's been ripped in half and shredded and so on, without this, like I originally was rehabilitated from Joe Valley in Calgary, a Ralpher there, and another gentleman who was a Ralpher style soft tissue worker with the skin. Very vicious though, compared to the nice stuff we're doing. So lots of letter openers and lots of you know, giant bruising and all that stuff and the chopping. But once I went through that, that's what this is sort of trying to prevent, is that whole year $25,000 thing.
One more thing with TFL, let me show you what
Sure.
sort of thing is that you can get, so people who've got that chronic, this restriction between the medial aspect of the TFL and rectum or iliacus, so you can get them to do this on the inside part of the roller, basically just park it right next to the SAS, roll this way a little bit, and then roll up and down. So the shear is basically that, and then you roll it. People who need that love that. So essentially you just parking the roller right on the ASAs. What I usually say to people is don't go more medial than the ASAs, so then they're not in the inguinal, in the femoral triangle, just below there, and then a little bit of shear and then rolling up down on that. So it's very safe, but they're getting that roll